Anyways, got some articles to get to, Mike. That's why we're here. So
Let's get into it, brother.
To it. So we're starting off with ABC News. This is an article that was covered by ABC. That's how significant this was. But I'm going to read through it real quick. Some parents are sharing warnings after their son spends $4,000 playing video games. Sometimes it's confusing as to what's real money and what's fake money. This is from the Good Morning America team. This is on Good Morning America. Parents Michael and Jennifer Ferri are speaking out and sharing a warning for other parents after they learned that their 8-year-old son unintentionally racked up $4,000 in charges on their credit card while playing video games. I mean, I lost my mind, Jennifer Ferri told Good Morning America after finding out about the unexpected charges her son Joey had made. After months, the Ferrises were finally able to get a full refund, but they said their experience is a precautionary tale. Get a full refund, Mike. That's pretty nuts.
That's wild, dude.
I think sometimes it's confusing as to what's real money and what's fake money, Michael Ferri said. According to a July 2023 report by the Entertainment Software Association, which represents the video game industry, more than 200 million Americans and about 3 out of every 4 children under 18 play video games regularly. An estimated $57 billion are spent on video games every year, according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the government agency responsible for safeguarding Americans' finances. Now, the CFPB is warning in a new report that Americans may not have the same protections online and in the virtual world as they do in the real world. Quote, we want to make sure it's not a haven for fraud, scams, and abuse. Rohit Chopra? I guess I said that right.
Yeah, it looks right.
Rohit.
That's how I would pronounce it.
Rohit. Anyway, the director of the CFPB told ABC News' Elizabeth Schultz. The CFPB report highlights how using virtual currencies to buy coveted in-game items such as vehicles, weapons, and characters could put players' money at risk. What's pretty obvious is that video game companies' financial incentives are for players to spend as much as possible. According to the CFPB, gaming accounts often lack security protections of traditional bank accounts and can leave them vulnerable to hacking, account theft, scams, and unauthorized transactions. When we have a fraudulent charge on our credit card, we can fight it. Many times you see that these gaming platforms, they're really just finger pointing or not really taking accountability. I think we shouldn't think of this as traditional video games. It is an immersive world with its own economy. But what we want to make sure of is that it's not just a way to sidestep existing rules. The Entertainment Software Association told GMA in a statement, we are committed to providing players and parents with transparent information and tools to make appropriate choices for themselves and their families, including the ability to manage in-game purchases, limit or block communications with the players, and manage when and for how long their children can play. Parents can turn on parental controls on video games to block or restrict money kids can spend while playing video games. Parents can also consider linking a child's account to a prepaid gift card instead of a credit or debit card. Okay, you're giving some suggestions to these parents, Mike. What do you think, though? Do you think of little Jimmy goes on to his Fortnite account and he's blowing hundreds of dollars on skins? Who do you think's at fault there in the kind of dynamic of it, right? The parents.
The parents. 100% it's the parents' fault. Like, I totally get what this parent is saying when he says sometimes it's confusing as to what's real money and what's fake money, and that's their entire intention. That's the whole reason why you're like, let's convert to in-game currency. You buy the in-game currency,
and then
they use that. Yeah, and then they use that for like the lottery system that they had. Like microtransactions in the lotto system has kind of gone away in a lot of games because of the outrage of the players. But I mean, dude, $4,000 playing a video game? They're obviously not saying which game, but I mean, we can kind of assume it's one of the big 3. It's either Roblox, Minecraft, or Fortnite. It's an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And I get it. From a parent's perspective, it might look like a kid game, but it's like every single one of these games you can buy and spend whatever you want. I mean, it's really bad on mobile phones and their mobile games. But I don't know how do you get a refund for that? Like, how the credit card bureau basically say, or like, they don't really say how they got the refund. I mean, obviously, it's kind of mainstream media. They want you to kind of click, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like the real message of the article isn't about how it's sharing a warning of $4,000. I think it's more about like, hey, the bureau is looking into doing a report on protecting people online for
Yeah.
these types of scams. But I mean, I don't know. What do you think, man? Do you think this is like the business's fault? I think the businesses are just doing what businesses do.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like they're not gonna say no to money.
right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I totally agree with that. I think ultimately it's like there's going to be a time period when you have to kind of adapt with circumstances almost. Like for these
Yeah.
gaming things, it gets to a point where like parents and, and guardians just kind of need to learn, like, this is kind of what happens in these games, and this is what you should be, teaching your kids to watch out for. And, I mean, it is a good point about like, the fake currency, right? The V-Bucks, the Apex coins on Apex Legends, like,
Yeah.
whatever currency on whatever game.
It's trying to detach you from
Um,
the reality that you're spending real money. You know,
exactly.
like
Yeah.
some people, it's one of the reasons why credit cards are such a big deal. Like if you have cold hard cash in your hands, then you have an emotional, like physical attachment to the
Yep.
money. Whereas a card, it's just a piece of plastic you're scanning.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly, yeah. It's exactly it. And so, if you're able to remove that emotional connection, I mean, that's obviously going to give, um, kind of the highest rate of, spending incentive. Um, yeah, I mean, also too, yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's the reason why we don't use dollar amounts. It's also the reason why, yeah, there's some people too that are kind of weird about that stuff. I know, like some people, if it's like a digital number, they're more attached to it than the cash. I guess everyone works differently. I
Right.
agree. A majority though is like if you're using cash or dollars, like it's gonna hurt more, right? So it's gonna incentivize you to spend less. But yeah, no, I mean that's totally the thing because yeah, it's like as an adult, like I look at some of the stuff and it's like. I'm able to see like if I'm in the store trying to buy coins or tokens or something like that, I immediately see like, oh, this is like 20, 30, $50 worth, but it doesn't seem like that much in the virtual currency. So it's like, why would I buy that kind of thing? Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, to a kid, it's less significant. So you're just click a buy now, and then you get
100%.
all these tokens, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm not, it's like it is what it is. So you kind of get that hit up front. But yeah,
Well,
it's on the parents, right?
100%. And I hope that people understand, like, I know from my memory and when I was a kid under the age of 18 and I had to use my parents' card for like the map packs and stuff that were in COD or Halo or stuff, you actually had to put in a password most of the time because my account was listed as like a child account because I wasn't of 18 years old yet. It wasn't an adult permissions account until like later when I basically begged and pleaded with parents to allow that to happen. So you can do that now. That was like 20 years ago, basically.
Yeah,
So it's like you should be able to do that now on any platform to just say like, okay, you need an extra password that only the parent knows to authorize purchasing extra V-Bucks or in-game currencies or just game add-ons. Like
yeah,
this shouldn't be an issue at all. So to have this $4,000, man, your 8-year-old kid did that and you had no idea, that just tells me you're a bad parent. And to go online and basically not even online, like you're going on national news and basically blaming the like, bro, you're crazy.
yeah.
It's not my kid's fault. No, duh, it's your fault. Like, how'd they get the card?
Yeah. How do they get
Little
the card?
Joey, 8-year-old Joey doesn't have a credit card, bro.
It's like you get the card, you're going on there, you're spending it, you're not monitoring the transactions, you're not keeping up with the finances. It's like this
Not being a
is
parent easily,
exactly,
like,
you're not disciplined. It's this thing, man. Like, it is kind of weird. It's a weird dynamic, right? Like when you see like these parents and stuff going Good Morning America, it's like obviously like I think their goal is trying to advocate to be like, hey, like you should pay more attention to this stuff, and so this doesn't happen to you, kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there is kind of a weird kind of thing about it too, where it's like, are they just doing it for attention, or do they actually like? Is it really just all about the message kind of thing? It is
yeah.
be interesting, yeah,
Yeah, I think if you put your credit card into anything, you should kind of know, like, hey, how does this activate? I know Amazon purchasing and stuff like that super simple. You literally hit one button, say buy now, and it'll ship
yeah.
automatically.
It's like first address, boom,
Yeah,
like
but you can change that.
yeah,
So take accountability for your actions.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it goes to the idea of like make the more difficult choices or make the easier choices, add more friction to it, kind of thing. I know it's like talked
yeah,
about in a bunch of like different books out there, like self help. I know Atomic Habits, I think, talks about it too with James Clear, where it talks about adding frictions over the bad habits makes it so you're less likely to indulge in those bad habits. and then
Oh, for
making the
sure.
harder things easier to get to or less friction.
Oh yeah,
which
we
it'd
could
be
definitely
nice.
go down
Yeah. I mean, it'd be
like a
nice.
philosophical route.
It'd be nice for these companies to be like parental controls, sure, like the Xbox parental controls thing, or whatever.
Oh yeah,
It'd be sick, but
dude.
obviously, probably not gonna do it.
The parental controls on Xbox are actually pretty good because they'll close off
Yeah.
an entire. It's kind of like how YouTube has YouTube for kids. It'll close off like an entire adult section that would normally be like it's a limited experience, a limited membership, and it'll limit everything and give
Right.
one parent account full autonomy over that child account.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's just so obvious.
Yeah. And if you want to buy something, guess what? Parent has to enter the code. Like,
100%, yeah.
So that's need consent. So yeah.
And tell your kids no. $4,000, bro.
Sorry, Joey. Maybe next millennium, next year. I don't know.
Get them in the factories. You want to spend that money? I'm just kidding. That's so